Hi, my name is Paddy Hirsch. I'm a Senior Editor at Marketplace, and today I want to talk about margin calls. Margin calls have become part of the lexicon of the financial market meltdown because a lot of people believe that it's margin calls and margin selling that's actually forced some of the shares that we've seen falling decline so precipitously. So how does margin activity work? Well, let's use a little example using Girl Scouts. And our Girl Scout today is going to be called Jill, and she's been given $100 by her parents to go out and buy Girl Scout cookies. The parents gave her a little early. She actually asked a week or two before she actually needed to buy the cookies, and instead she went out and she bought 4 Barbies at $25 each. So here she is. She's got a nice little collection of Barbies, but she's got no Girl Scout cookies. So she gives her friend Amy a call. Now, Amy also got $100 a little early, but unlike Jill, Amy decided to put her money into the market, and she's made a tidy sum. In fact, she's made an extra $100. So she can go out and buy a box of Girl Scout cookies and sell them. But and she can also lend her friend Jill, because she's a kind soul, she can also lend her friend Jill $100. But she says to Jill, look, I'm not going to lend this money to you unless I know that I'm going to be able to make my money back. Jill says, well, I'll give you the money back, I promise. Amy says, well, okay, what kind of mints are you going to get? Or what kind of cookies are you going to get? And Jill says, you know, I'm going to get Thin Mints. And that immediately puts Amy on her guard. She says, okay, well, you know what? Thin Mints, I think they're not going to sell that well because a lot of people are buying them. So I'm going to lend you $100, but I want to be sure that I get my money back. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to take those Thin Mints as collateral. So that if I think that they're not going to sell right, then I have the option to sell. I can sell them if I want to. They basically belong to me, even though you're going to be selling them. All right, says Jill, no problems. Well, I'm not done, says Amy. I also want a margin of error. I want to have some extra collateral other than just the mints themselves. All right, says Jill, well, what do you want? And says, I'm going to take one of your Barbies. So here's one of the Barbies that goes across. Jill has to surrender that, and that is the collateral that she has on margin. Now, if all goes well, and Jill goes into the marketplace and Thin Mints sell at, say, $2 a packet, it means she's going to make $200, Amy gets $100, and Jill gets her Barbie back, and everyone's happy. But what happens if Amy is correct and the price of Thin Mints drops? Well, Amy's also decided to build into this contract an agreement that says every time the mints drop 25 cents per packet, that's to say 25%, then she wants some more collateral. So say, for example, Thin Mints go to 75 cents. Okay, Amy has 2 options. She can either say to Jill, all right, you need to provide me with more collateral, you need to provide me with another Barbie. Or she can sell. So what she does is she calls Jill and she says, hey Jill, we're down at 75 cents. This is your margin call. You need to surrender more collateral. So Jill says, okay, here's another Barbie for you. If it drops to 50 cents, again, Amy has the option to ring Jill and say, Jill, this is a margin call, we're down at 50 cents, you need to surrender another Barbie. And all this does is it makes sure that Amy has got collateral of some kind in her account to compensate for the fact that the Thin Mints might not be selling at the same rate. Now, if these two were stock investors and Jill had borrowed to buy stock, the collateral that she might provide could be anything that she and Amy agree on. It could be stocks, it could be bonds, it could be loans, it could be anything they want, as long as there's an agreement there and and Amy's happy with what she has as collateral. And as the call comes in, those margin calls come in, then Jill has to surrender more of that collateral according to the agreement. So let's think about these stocks. Say the stocks do start to drop. If they drop really, really fast, and it looks like they're going to be going a lot lower, and it looks like it's going to be very, very difficult to make money on these, Amy might decide that she doesn't want collateral at all. She just wants to sell the stock in order to make her money back. And this is what's been happening in the market recently, is that you've seen a precipitous decline in the price of stock as the economy has deteriorated. So the stock goes down hard. Amy decides, you know what, we're not going to make our money back on this. I'm going to sell this stuff right now. I'm going to get my money. There's no point in getting any more collateral in. I'm going to sell it at 75 cents a share, whatever it might be. That, of course, puts an immense amount of pressure on the stock if there's a large amount of stock there. She's selling the whole thing, and suddenly you're into a spiral effect because Amy's sale of that stock is going to drive the price down. More and more people are going to see that price, the price being pushed down, and they're going to want to sell as well. So they sell as well, and somebody else's account, more selling. If she's selling in increments, it just increases the pressure on the stock, and the stock will keep spiraling down until it hits its nadir there. And that's what's been happening in the market recently, is that a lot of people who've borrowed to buy this stock have found that they've had these margin calls, they've been forced to sell. The people who have been holding the stock as collateral have decided that these stocks or these shares are declining so fast that they absolutely need to sell in order to recoup their money, and that's created this spiral effect, driven prices down really, really fast, and left everybody desperately needing a drink.